Hey guys, hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm Fudgetical and we are checking out Monster Prom. I don't really know a fat lot about this game. It looked interesting. So we're going to just dive straight in and see what happens. So we'll go classic. Do we want a short game or go for the full game? Okay, I think I'm going to regret this. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back when we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. Oh god. We were on the wild journey to discover who we really were. And who am I? Okay. All of these look horrifying. Yeah, go with that. Yep, that would do. Oh my goodness. That is a overly enthusiastic voice. And we had yet to experience the ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of the 6 most charismatic classmates. Huzzah! Miranda, sweet mermaid princess, who was as cute as she was genocidal. Yeah! Oh god, why have I chose to do this? Damien, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott, a werewolf athlete who was compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dog. Yay! Polly, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. What? And Varia, a mean self-made gorgon with a merciless sense for business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We had 6 weeks to choose our prom day, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh god, I regret this. Welcome to the Monster Prom Stupid Pop Quiz. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in many different ways. Worry no more, we're using the PhD in bullshit to diagnose which deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupid pop quiz ever will throw a bunch of I can't say that word right now, questions at you and turn your answers into character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that will better reflect your true selves. Let's start. It's just reading, isn't it? Which god do you pray to each night before sleeping? Okay. Praying is for fools. I took compromising pictures of God molesting a tree and now blackmailed him forever for whatever I want. A lot more effective. That is a problematic thing from in every which way angle. Praying is kind of lame. I have a group text set up with some diagnosed... What? Coolest cats in town. Okay. I pray to all kinds of gods. I have business where people pay me to deliver their prayers every night. I even started to look for a Chinese factory to outsource prayers. None of these in which would ever be an answer that anybody would ever come near to saying. I guessed that one. I'm so charming. Oh god. Which is the coolest mythological creature? The invisible hand of the free market. This weird creature I drew when I was 6 and which is super different from the other mythological creatures, but it's super cool and it's my OC and my spirit animal. Okay, a sphinx who's super turned up and ready to party, and she raps all her riddles. She still kills you if you don't answer them correctly, but she raps them. All of them are awful. I'd probably go for the market there, you know. Your partner just gave you a cool gift for your anniversary, but you totally forgot. Quick, come up with an idea for a great gift. Anything that is capable of lending someone to overdose of some sorts. A silly toy that makes silly noises. Anything on fire or a weapon? No, a weapon on fire. The head of the fiercest enemy, the head of their, whatever that is. The abstract concept of gratefulness. A pony, always a pony. Gonna be honest with you, because these are all so bizarre. Let's go. Okay, so we're in week 1 and we're in the morning. We got smarts 7, boldness 4, creativity 4, charm 7, fun 4, money 7. We have the auditorium, class, library, outdoors, gym, bathrooms. Probably we'll start with the bathrooms. That day you skipped class just to hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in bathrooms. You give 2 shits to gain 2 boldness. Oh my god, what is this? You notice Liam and Scott having a discussion. Scott looks confused and Liam looks bored, which means they're probably having an argument.
Lame.
Oh, am I hiding in the boys' bathroom? Or is this genderless? Oh my god, what is this? Look, not that I care, but aspiring to be a professional sports bar, both impractical and passe. Wait, you don't care, but you walked all the way over here just to tell me that? Plus, don't you want to be like a professional magnet Ibiza fan? Oh my god, why? But how does one of those guys earn money? Mimetic influencers don't earn money. Scott, we earn culture capital. Oh, okay. How much cultural capital does a sandwich cost? I can see I'm not getting through to you. Hey, you could explain this cretin why my career path is objectively better. Yeah, and you could also explain what a cretin is. So Liam means he wants to be an artist, and artists are important. Who do you think desires all those sports journey? Actually, I think sports is a better career, and I mean, how far can a mimic throw a football? I'm gonna be honest with you, I like artists, but that dude's a douche. Not very far, yeah. Wait, so you can't throw a football very far and you don't make money? Those two things are the best in life. No, Scott, what's best in life is nothing. Life is an endless void of hypocrisy and bad remixes of your favorite song. Oh, you're a downer. But I admit, that's by your metrics. My career choice is technically inferior. I suppose we'll just have to disagree.
Awesome, bro.
Great, I love agreeing. Scott tots off happier, unaware of existential crisis he may have just caused for Liam. You gain 2 charm and 1 creativity. Week 1 noon. Oh, this is gonna be a long week.
Let's go.
Oh, please stop saying that. Who do I want to sit next to? You're a douche. I don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. I feel like I could probably just single in on one singular person, but we'll venture this. You're trying to enjoy your meal in peace when space untwists itself to reveal the interdimensional prince.
Greetings,
Oh
my
god,
love.
that's what I've chose. A most glorious hero. The squid star, I found you, and I have compounded by the most friendish riddle. Oh god, a riddle that has vexed me for days, nay, weeks. The riddle of how to change the ringtone of my new smartphone. This interface is torturous. For real, you grab the prince's phone, change his ringtone to butts, all about those butts by the Booty Bros. My hero, what seems difficult to me is trivial to you. I didn't mean to click that. There is only one way I can repay you, by bestowing upon you a superpower of your choice. I can do that. I'm the prince of another dimension. I can do all kinds of crazy things you don't know about. All kinds of crazy things besides use his phone, apparently. And he really only gives you the 2 superior options. Telepathically, or an ass that won't quit. But probably read mine. The prince whacks you on the head with his telepathic rod, granting you the access of the minds over others, right in the middle of the high school cafeteria at lunchtime. You are overwhelmed with the image, a gobble's butt problems, a genie's foot fetish, 2 swamp creatures imagining each other naked. This game really feels like it's a kid's game, but it is not. It's too much. You plead with the print to downgrade your ability, but only telepathically, but only when you're drunk. Very well, your wish is my command. Perfect. Now you have an excuse to get drunk before every quiz. Until now, you're just a regular alcoholism. You gain 4 smarts despite the loss of brain cells. Oh. Evening. We get 7 of these per each week. It's evening, so the day during recess you start half-hour rave that goes crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there's like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension, and the consequences might disorder the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. You see hordes of your classmates running away from Vera and Scott, and they're screaming, spoilers. Have you seen the latest episode of Detective Weasel's final episode? That cartel's entire preparation.
Awesome, bro.
I did, but it's so exciting. I peed my grandma's carpet.
Not
I know,
bad.
right? And the cartel's organization structure is so cool. I took so many notes.
Bro.
But last night was the last episode. I'm so sad I peed on grandma's carpet. Well, why don't we start our own TV show? I don't even know what's happening with these voices. We'll make it better than Weasel's. Better than Weasel's? Is that even possible? We're a perfect team. I have money and you have gullible talent audience. Gordon Film Studios requires your ideas. Scott Gordon Film Studios. We'll talk about it later. I don't know what's happening. Right now, I need ideas. When the mafia threatens to close the gym, an ugly ass, I don't even know what that is, must expose the syndicate to save the only place that lets him do his reps. Chile, 1985, when something floods the market with black cocaine, a courageous drug dealer becomes a private eye blackmailer and saves his coke labs.
Oh, not bad.
Did you just create the most relatable detective ever? That was a rhetorical question. Obviously, a young entrepreneur fighting to save her business from the government's regulations is objectively relatable. Yeah, but she's a bad trafficker. She's a businesswoman protecting the free market. Doesn't that sound like a Monstranian dream? I didn't think about it that way, but is she a buff entrepreneur? Like, really buff? Sure, why not?
Hooray!
All my objectives have suddenly disappeared. Vera puts you and Scott work suffering packet promotions, cocaine to publicize the TV, and you gain 3% money as payment. Oh, week 2. I haven't singled on anyone. So we've been outdoors. We have been to the gym. We'll go to the auditorium. The day that you, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figuratively oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by the school's play standards. You gain 2 creativity. You look up and see Scott approaching Vera. He looks confused. This isn't unusual for Scott, but you decide to eavesdrop anyway. Hey Vera, you're mean, right? Oh, you know it is. And you're like, you're a girl, right? Oh, you know it. Well, I was watching the high school movie the other day, and there were these mean girls, and the mean girls were mean cheerleaders. Now, I know you're not interested in being a cheerleader, but maybe you could do something to help the football team. I mean, according to the movie, high school athletes and high school mean girls are naturally allies. As if I hate to admit it, you do have a point. I suppose you have some idea what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. And I don't have ideas, but I sure Blue here has a great idea to tell her. They both look at you. What's your idea? Forget cheerleaders, we need leaders. Instead of pumping our team, they'll make the other team feel like shit. Maybe stop having players assigned assassinate for no reason. This one sounds more fun. Leader? Oh, wow. Hold on 1 second. You and Scott watch Vera frantically make a dozen phone calls. Alright, I trademark it. Leaders, this idea is mine. You didn't think of it. Also, thank you. Can you imagine the uniforms? Black leather, red schools, a fold of blackmail material on every member of the opposing team.
Bye.
You know what? I already have much of that stuff in my closet at home. I'll prototype by this afternoon. Vera skips off to a closet to create this terrifying new uniform. You're not sure whether you want to stay away far from the closet or get closer. You gained 2 boldness and 1 smarts. I've gained very little brain cells from this. Week 2, noon. So we have 2 people we have kind of established between. We haven't really explored. I don't like him. Not spoken to her. Not spoken to him. But if we have 6 weeks, then logically the smartest thing to do is stick around this guy. But nah, we'll go here. Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. I have shit that will boost your stats. Shit that will lead you into stupid new adventures. Even some shit that might be much needed at very specific moments. So take a look. Okay, so we got the gift that keeps on giving. See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs given. A good old bag of cocaine. In these times, weird experimental substances with weird, horrible side effects, cocaine has become the new vanilla of drugs. Are you sure about this? You can always use Wikipedia to get a general idea and still be able to act as if you've read it. Remember when these used to be cool? Well, now they aren't, but they're so ridiculous that they're still fun in their own twisted way. It has flames, a skull, and even a knife. With this, you can murder your enemies, go to prison, make everybody your bitch, and then murder them too, and then go to super prison. Street cred 9. I don't need that. Crafting your art requires years of hard work, education, and great mentors, and tons of raw talent. But damn, that sounds exhausting. So settle for emotional, motivational picture. It's a tampon. You know you're... No. Why... No. A corpse. Yep, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some fashion accessory. It's not... I'm trying to dispose of it. That's an event. Penguin mask. A blanket with holes in. Literally a white blanket with holes in. You'd have to be an idiot to mistake you. But most of our classmates are idiots. A prej agent. A PR agent. Okay. Cash 10. I didn't even consider the price.
Later, Gator.
What did I do? Cool kid wants to be friends with Satan. Well, you wasted my time. That was a waste.
Let's go.
Okay, so it's evening. Why would there be classes in the evening? We'll go to the library, why not? That day you spend some time on the library's PCs managing your stock kicker. You deceive lots of people with sensational videos and impossible promises. Nice. You gain 100,000 money. Almost everything goes to cover the costs, so you only keep 2 money. Later you see Vera tackling herself in the hallway, which is whatever, but you might as well find out why. Just practicing my prom queen acceptance speech in my mind. It's not like the title bears any meaning whatsoever, of course, and I really do consider the whole thing way beneath me. However, considering how much this means to other girls put it on, I can't risk up-pitting bitch thinking she's better than me. Plus, it's not bad branding. I could see using a victory to start a line of successful prom queen accessories guaranteed to get you the win. Perfect prom shoes, the right makeup, the fancy knives to take out your opponents. Speaking of which, I assume this goes without saying, but I'm not leaving any chance. I'll be doing a blood ritual to ensure my win. I still haven't found the exact detail yet, but I'm optimistic that this leads to some items will be found in the shop. The only question is, where exactly do I find details for a proper blood ritual? So I said, why don't you ask Coven? These witches, they're witches, they should know about blood magic. Literally internet, isn't that what the internet's for? I guess that one. Of course, I know those basic bitches would come handy one day. Actually, I really didn't, but I always thought they were pretty useless, but never mad to prove wrong when it serves me. Using your skills you gained during extra credit summoning seminar, you call the fourth the Coven. What is it now? Is there some emergency? Is this world in need of saving? Of course not. The world is the worst. So why would I want to save it? No, I just want to be prom queen and I need some blood magic to guarantee my victory. I figure you three could do some productive stuff. Under no circumstance can we reveal the magic secrets to help a pretty little brat become prom queen. I generally cannot think of more various use of blood magic than the egoistic little side quest. Every time I think of students of this school, could not be more ludicrous. Yeah, I need your opinion. I'll ask for it. You're the one who called us, and a lot of help you've been. Now get out of my way. Get out my sight before I use my sight to turn you to stone. Versa turns to your sorry ass. This includes you, useless. I'll find the ingredients myself. Thanks for nothing. Ah, damn. Maybe we'll just go to the prom alone.
Let's go.
Okay, so we have been... Outdoors has got this guy.
What's up?
But we do have it.
See you later.
So we would do that. And we'll fix what we got. We just need to find her now. And then I can be like, hey bitch, I win.
Let's go.
What is this guy? You're about to take a bite of your first delicious cafeteria lunch when the coach appears out of nowhere. Stop, you can't eat that. You haven't warmed up yet. Oh, I'm sitting with the coach. Do you want to strain your jaw, sprain your asparagus, pull your intestines? I thought I taught you kids better than this. Come on, stand up, let's get our food. You look disappointed. Don't worry, little buddy. I'll let you choose the workout. You've got 2 options. Playing with your food, specifically playing football with your food, an absolutely ridiculous number of. Coach helps you set up your peas and mashed potatoes in a classic football formation, and you animate them with forbidden magic. Perfect. Now the food will get all warmed up, so it's ready to take the nutrition all the way to the end zone. The end zone is your stomach and eventually your butt. Your food throws down in the most intense football game ever, and it all comes down to the controversial call by the broccoli ref. You turn around to find the rest of the cafeteria watching your game and betting on the results. They're even more entertained when you command the players to dive into your mouth and you gain full fun. This is the most ridiculous thing in the entire universe.
Let's go.
He's in the library, in the classroom, in the auditorium. Go to the classroom. That day you listen to the elders and you learn a vulnerable lesson. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity of the high school. You gain 2 smarts. Here she is. You were making your daily protection payment to Vera when suddenly everybody stop what they're doing and look at my majestic... I don't even know what that is. The interdimensional prince. Muscling in on my territory here? Not at all, my darling prince. Viperous, whatever. I am strictly business capability. Business, you say? I'm all ears except for my snakes, which are tongues and teeth. It's simple economics, my love. You're aspiring crime kingpin. I'm Prince. I pose a merger. A merger of our resources, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. Interesting. I know that Vera's getting out her calculations, and if she decides this merger is financially viable, good luck asking her to prom. But how will you undermine Vera's confidence in the prince's financial state? Replace all his gold with fish. Steal all his money. Go for it. Before we draw up a contract, I hope you don't mind providing a full account of your assets. Of course not, my dear. All you can see from this spreadsheet is my entire kingdom is owned by... Sure, no, can't. Let me see that. You idiot. Carl isn't a person. It's a computer algorithm. It probably stands for something like computerized, autonomous, robot, light bulb. No, it doesn't stand for anything. It's just Carl. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts. Damn, we almost had the ability to tell us something. But I'm gonna end this episode here for now because I don't want it to overrun any further than it is, and it is the most ridiculous thing I have ever played. So if you did enjoy this video, then please like and subscribe, and until next time, have fun.